Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 45 on second down. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Diggs going in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He'll return it from the 6. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 15. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see 1st downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Cook up the gut. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Diggs going in motion right. From the 45 on 2nd down. Allen. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. They go with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones from 17 yards out. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Look, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Allen. He's able to find Melton. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. On second down, Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Steps away to his left, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Fields. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now look at him go. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 34 yards. And the Bears are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. They'll try the middle with Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Allen. By buying time to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run with Cook, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They try again with Cook, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills get a bit closer. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Levante David. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Fields. Being chased out left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Allen. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, You may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On play action, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Allen now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw once more. That's complete to Davis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Off play action, Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in the 2nd half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Bo Melton, 52 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history.